So when you're first starting an écorché, it's sculpting from the inside out, and you're truly starting with the absolute bare bones from day one. So for a 1/3 scale, you are sculpting a complete skeleton, both sides fully completed, and then at least in my practice and how I was trained, you then cover half in musculature. And you only know that tandem and that dance that happens for the entire length of the body and how we engage with it by doing not just the surface of what we see, although that is great, very great and helpful in a lot of ways, but really understanding those deep muscles that really define why we see what we see. I think of craft as something that is handmade and passed from one to the other. It's almost like if you're learning a language, you might pick up a dialect that maybe isn't from your place of origin, but from your teacher's place of origin. And so that dialect within that language is similar to your practice hand within this. I think that there is inherent value in the handmade and the cognitive work to work out these issues. There's one famous example from Michelangelo's Moses sculpture. It has the extensor digitus minimus, a small muscle in the forearm here that is flexed. And that's flexed because his pinky is slightly raised. The level of mastery of your craft to be able to do that. So it's not just he knew the interior and muscles, but to that level, that speaks to the height of human capacity. It is heights to which we reach, I would argue. And that working out by hand, that creation by hand, there's no shortcuts, unfortunately. I'm speaking of my third or fourth iteration of 400 hours each. There's unfortunately no shortcuts to the mastery of that craft. And I think of the arts a lot of the similar way of a trade school, of the idea of we should have the same pride of our work and dedication to our craftsmanship as a carpenter, as a plumber, as a pipe fitter. So one kind of funny thing is when you start really getting into very analytical, very in-depth anatomy study, it does change how you view people walking around. The body is all in harmony, and so all these little tweaks, you can almost, investigate and figure out the differences, but how we live our life shows in our body. There is no workaround to that. The community, truly. It doesn't matter if you're talking to a blacksmith at the forge, a ceramicist at the wheel, or a weaver at their loom. We are all cut from the same cloth, and we are all equally happy to be cheerleaders for each other.